So how do we think the scheme's made a difference? Well, it has got a very clear acknowledgement that it's a model of accessibility. People are very clear that it's been good, and the people who live there, I'm sure, will tell you that as well. There's a lot of tenant satisfaction, and that comes from a number of things, but it includes the ability to have personal independence, and also the fact that, no, instead of spending £27 on a taxi, spending £3 on a taxi to get somewhere means you've got £24 left to do something else with. And that's really crucial. You know, we exclude people by putting them in certain boxes or by putting them in certain places, and we've got to watch that and challenge that. And a very interesting one for us is how the local businesses have taken to this. Initially, I think Huntingdon had a scare. Us placing 24 disabled people all in one go into Huntingdon, which isn't that big and which is quite posh, or at least it thinks it is. And no, I think the shock factor was amazing, because shock can do a couple of things. It can draw you to people, or it can move you away. And I would certainly say, and I'm open to challenge from Kevin or Annalise, that there are some people they can count as friends now in Huntingdon who they never would have been approached by in the past. And again, this is the issue of innovation for us. Often innovation is prevented by fear, and you know, people are people, and just go and chat to them and talk to them, because yeah, if you get turned away, at least you try. But if you go to them and you can engage with them, then you will learn, and you will be able to do things better for you and for yourself. And a lot of the businesses now are actually maybe not going totally out of their way, but they're trying, because some of our tenants will sit outside their doors and shout into them and say, why can't I get in your shop? So the level of little wooden ramps that are being presented outside some of the shops in Huntingdon is very interesting. And actually, as well as that, shops are coming and saying to us, if someone with a disability wants to work for me, how can I help them? How can I allow them to come and work for me? And that's having a positive spin as well, in terms of not just our tenants but the wider community, and we see that as important. And very interestingly, the developer that we did this with told us that he felt there was a premium on the properties that we sold. Now, people liked the wider lifts, and it's a two-storey property, and he said he would not ordinarily have put a lift in, so people like that factor. It might have been because they could get their nice sofas in and move them along. It might have been something else. But as well as that, people like the wider corridors, they like the feel of it, they like the lighting and the colour coordination, and the fact that they're actually encountering something that's different. And I think some of the neighbours actually are starting to look at voluntary work, they're starting to look at engaging with this, and some of them have even taken courses in BSL and in disability awareness. And certainly there was no problem in selling any of the properties, so people were not put off by the fact that their neighbours were different. And we think it's highly transferable. We think it can be modelled, it can be played around with, and we think anyone can do it to their own unique way and make it better and different